Thanks for staying tuned. I'm COLWYN Abrams with the HGP SPORTSCAST. As the Guyana Police Force celebrates 179 years of service, Course Guyana on Friday donated $200,000 worth of trophies to the Guyana Police Force Police Athletics Championships. A representative of the company said this is another way of the company fulfilling its corporate and social responsibilities.
This morning, Course is very happy to be on board with the annual Police Athletics Championship once again, and this year we'll be contributing $200,000 worth in trophies to the Athletics Championship. And I have with me Miss McKend and Mr. Howard from the Guyana Police Force. This year the Athletics Championship will be from July 22nd to the 27th, so we're actually in the middle of these athletics championships, and so I know they have some information that they would love to share with the media. But on behalf of Course, we're very pleased to be on board again this year. As you know, healthy lifestyles and healthy living is something that is very important to us and something we're very committed to. Actually, in a few, you're going to be hearing more from us from our annual 10K race. So this is just a part of Course commitment and us upholding our corporate and social responsibility. And of course, we know that our servicemen and women, they work very hard, and so we're happy that they have some sort of recreational activity that they can showcase their talents and their abilities.
The event is already underway and will see the participation of persons from Trinidad and Barbados. The Police Athletics Championship will conclude on July 27 at the Police Sports Club ground, Ivlery. We turn our attention now to rugby. The Green Machine, Ghana's senior national rugby team, departed for the Central American and Caribbean Games in Barranquilla, Colombia. Just before departure, the team took time out to speak with the media. The 2018 CAC Games will take place in Colombia's fourth largest city, Barranquilla. The selected players are to have pre-games camp in Medellin from July 24 to 29. Rugby will be played on August 1 and 2 at the CAC game. The men's competition will have 8 competing countries, while the women's will have 6. They are to have pool matches followed by knockout and round playoffs. Captain of the 7th team, DWAYNE Schroeder, said he has high expectations of the squad, and he and his team plan to bring home another gold medal for Guyana, since they are the defending champions. The men's competition will include Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Guyana, Jamaica, Mexico, Trinidad and Tobago, and Venezuela. Schroeder said that the weather hampered with their preparation, but they are very confident. Head coach of the team, ADONIS, said that even though there are some relatively new players on the team, he is sure that the senior players will get them in line. Just over a week ago, President of the GRFU was pleading with government to help them secure a proper facility for ruggers, since this is the only team so far to have ever win a gold medal for the country on the international stage. COLWYN Abrams reporting for the HGP Sports. And now for squash news coming out of the CAC Games. The Guyana men's squash team of Sunil Seth, Jason Ray Khalil and Nyron Joseph defeated Panama by 3-0 in the first of their pool matches. They, however, were defeated by Colombia 3-0 later on Tuesday evening. The pool round is a round-robin format. The men will next play Jamaica on Wednesday to determine the final pool placing. The top 3 teams in their pool will advance to the quarter-final knockout round. In women's team competition, Ashley Khalil, Mary Frangafat, and Taylor Fernance of Guyana lost to Barbados by 1-2. They faced powerhouses Colombia in their other pool round match on Wednesday, with the top two finishers in the pool advancing to the semi-final knockout round. And now we turn our attention to hockey. The Mexican women hockey team stamped their dominance in the CAC games at the expense of the Guyana team. Kristen Macklingham has more.
The Mexican hockey ladies stamped their domination of Pool A with their third victory in as many matches, with their most recent one being at the expense of Guyana. The Guyanese team management knew Tuesday's match would have been a tough challenge based on what they have seen so far of Mexico and on the results prior to the games. As a result, Guyana started with a defensive structure, which seemed to be going well only up to the 5th minute when Mexican striker Fernanda Oviedo unleashed a reverse shot that caught Guyanese goalkeeper Elisa Chavir by surprise as it ricocheted off the inside of the far post and shook the net viciously. The Guyanese ladies shook off the early setback and played a competitive half of hockey, despite facing greater pressure from Mexico than they were able to impart themselves. After a halftime score of 1-0, Mexico would begin the second half in similar fashion as a mistrapped aerial pass was pounced upon by a Mexican midfielder who drove forward in counter-attack before splitting the Guyanese deep defense with a through pass to captain Michelle Navarro. Faced with the oncoming Chavir, Navarro skillfully and deceptively guided the ball past the right leg of the goalkeeper for Mexico's second goal of the match. Although Mexico had a few more chances, Chavir was rock solid in goal for Guyana as usual, and the match finished with the Mexican 2-0 victory. This match places Guyana at the bottom of the 4-team Pool A, which is led by Mexico, followed by Cuba with the Dominican Republic in the 3rd spot. Pool B finds Trinidad and Tobago in the top spot, followed by Barbados, Jamaica, and Guatemala in that order. After missing out on the semi-finals, Guyana has a chance to play Jamaica in the round to determine places 5 to 8. Meanwhile, the Guyanese men's team play Guatemala on July 25, where a victory could put them into the semi-finals. For HGP Sport, I'm Kristen Macklingham.
Thank you, Kristen. Weeks after the Guyana basketball team cupped gold at the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships 2018, President of the Guyana Amateur Basketball Federation sings praises to the team after their sterling performance.
Of course, we are super elated about our success at the 2018 Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships, where Guyana won the gold. I cannot even express in the appropriate words what this accomplishment means for Guyana and for the basketball fraternity.
That was GABF President Nigel Hines speaking with the media from his South Road office on Wednesday. Hines spoke of the number of years the Federation has been pushing for a victory, which goes back to almost 60 years. He pointed out that the team that represented Guyana did not have the stars they had hoped for, but nevertheless, they played unbeaten throughout the entire tournament.
It was a small-sized team, but the popular saying goes, it's not the size of the dog, it's the dog in the fight. And Guyana showed tremendous fight and determination. One thing I came away from the tournament is recognizing the importance of absolute dedicated defense. We had players like Orland Glasgow, Harold Adams, Ray Vincent. The kind of defense they played, and Stanton Rose, was creme de creme, was without par excellence. And it's that really made a difference, our defense.
Hines said the GABF executive had also put in a lot of work to result in this victory, not forgetting the support from their supporters and sponsors. He said even though they had their fair share of adversities heading into the tournament, this only pushed them to further excel in the championship.
The point I'm trying to make, it was a Guyanese effort, a basketball fraternity effort. And to me, to have accomplished this is the zenith of my sports career. And I am eternally grateful to the guys and all the persons who have made an input.
The players will be rewarded this weekend for their performance at the CBC Championship. Hines said after he announced this weekend's award ceremony that will be held in honor of the players and supporters.
And we hope it would spur other whether it's corporate Guyana or the government, to recognize that what has been accomplished here, we can go through from John Yates to Colonel McPherson and several other individuals who were president of the basketball federations, or several executives that were president that strived mightily to win a CARICOM championships. And finally, this one has done it for Guyana. But it's not for the GABF, it's the players and it's for the country. In the annals of history now, when you look in Wikipedia or you look at the records on FIBA, it will show that Guyana won the CARICOM championships in 2018. And that can never be taken away from us.
COLWYN ABRAMS for the HGP Sports. And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Remember, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. Goodbye.